to the Navigating Dental Insurance Podcast, where we don't take from insurance companies. Here are your hosts, Mr. Jordan Comstock and Mr. Ben Duine. This podcast is sponsored by BoomCloud Dental Membership Software, www.boomcloudapps.com, and Veritas Dental Resources, www.veritasdentalresources.com. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to another episode of the Navigating Dental Insurance Podcast. Say no to PPOs.com. This is Jordan Comstock, your host today. And with me, I got Grace Rizza from Identity Marketing. Did I say that right, Grace?
Identity Dental Marketing.
Identity Dental Marketing. All right. At least I didn't butch it, right? Like really
At least you didn't say another company's name.
Yeah. Like one of your competitors. Wouldn't that be the worst? I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, whoops. One of your competitors.
I'd be like, restart.
Yeah. I would totally restart if I did that. So, Grace, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm excited to have you on. We're going to talk about marketing today. As most of our listeners know, marketing is one of my favorite topics to talk about because if you're going to reduce dependence on dental insurance and get rid of those PPOs, marketing is a critical strategy that you need to really hone in your practice. So I brought Grace on to come and talk to us about marketing, right? So Grace, let's hear about a little bit about your background in dentistry and then how you started Identity.
Oh, thanks. So I've been in business for 10 years. I started Identity Dental Marketing after marketing a practice in 2008. And if you remember 2008.
Yes, I do.
It's a lovely time when no one was hiring.
Yeah, it was a sucky time.
It was. Where were you in 2008?
2008, I was managing my dad's dental lab trying to, and right around that time, like Sorona was coming out with their digital systems and it freaked all the labs out. So on top of like the crappy economy, the technology came and kind of just like killed the lab. So I was like resurrecting the lab at that time is what I was doing.
like video killed the radio star.
Yeah, like totally that type of like feeling, right?
So, and we're close in age. So yeah. It's fun to have conversation with you because we kind of have the same movie references.
Yeah.
Yes. Song references. So it's been fun. But yeah, so we've been in business 10 years. And really when I was marketing a practice, I recognized that a lot of the marketing providers that I had worked with in that time were putting out very cookie cutter. I don't even like the word. I feel like cookie cutter is cookie cutter. Like using the word cookie cutter is cookie cutter.
It's cookie cutter.
Yes. But I recognize I'm like, every one of these sites looks the same. I could look at a website and guess which company did it. And that bothered me. You know?
I remember that. Yeah. I bet you I know exactly what companies that you're thinking about right now.
Yeah. I mean, they're still around.
Yep, they are.
And I was just coming out of school with an advertising, branding, psychology background. And I'm like, what's with this tooth? Like, why does everyone have an extracted molar? Like, what's the psychology behind? Are you trying to tell people that you will rip out their teeth?
We'll rip out your teeth, and this is what it looks like when it's ripped out.
And this is what it's going to look like. Come here. We're the best. Which you can't say because everything was also illegal.
Well, their name was the Best Dental Practice. And then they have the molar for the logo.
Not allowed, but yes.
Not allowed. Yeah.
Not allowed.
Yeah.
So there's, a lot of there's no brand differentiation. There's no effective marketing. I would call to make a change with our website. It would take 3 weeks. I'd talk to 4 different people and it would still not be done.
Yeah.
Little things that just became big things. And I realized even as a marketing director, I couldn't do my job without the right support. And so I had this idea at the age of 24. I'm like, well, I'll just be that person. I'll just do it right. And everyone's going to say yes. And I'll have millions of dollars in no time. And then realized that I looked 12. I had no connections. And it took every bit of 10 years to become the overnight success that I think I am.
Yeah. That's usually how it goes, right?
Mm-hmm.
People look at companies like yours and mine, and they think that a company, because we've made it work for ourselves, they think that it's super easy to do, right? But like I have a buddy that just left here that he's trying to start a software company, right? And he's like, it's a struggle, right? And it, like you said, 10 years success, 10 was it overnight 10-year success story.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, that's just business in general. No matter, if you're a practice starting from scratch, a startup practice, or a business like yours or mine, like it just takes a long time.
It takes time. It
Yeah.
takes time, and it takes more time if you don't have any money. I didn't have any money.
I didn't have money either, so I know how that goes.
It took more time, but
Yeah.
it really, if it boils down to, if you help every person that you work with, if you leave them better than they were when they met you, and you provide as much value as you possibly can, you will retain and you will grow.
Yeah, so. I agree. Awesome. So let's get into it. I want to ask you some questions to hopefully educate and help our practices. Most of our listeners want to reduce dependence on PPOs, and I feel like you are the person to help us on a marketing standpoint here. So how does marketing play a role in becoming less dependent on dental insurance?
So marketing plays a role in everything. Anything that you're trying to do, there's a marketing role for that. So if your goal is to become less dependent on dental benefits programs, and we were talking before about how it's not really insurance.
Dental insurance really isn't insurance.
Yeah, it's really not. So if you're just sick of playing that game and wanting to, really, you have to create a demand for your brand. That's the most fun way that I can say it, is you want people to start to feel like they know you, feel like they trust you, and then they go, I want to go to that dentist. And people are probably thinking right now, like, oh, Grace, that's unrealistic. How do you do that? But really, repeat exposure with fun messaging where people can feel like they connect to you. And in marketing, emotional connection is everything.
Yeah, I agree 100%. So marketing is everything, whether you're trying to reduce dependence on dental insurance or you just learned how to do implants and you need to, market that skill set that you have. It's everything. And I think, I'm a marketer. That's what I studied in college. Although I am a college dropout, I proudly say that now that Reese Harper, I was just on Reese Harper's podcast a couple weeks ago, and the title was Management Tips from a Successful College Dropout. So I now tell everybody that I'm a dropout because I was embarrassed before. But marketing is what I studied, and marketing is my passion. And I think it's so important if you think about like dental insurance as a marketing expense. I don't know if this is what you talk to your audience and your clients about. It is a really expensive marketing expense. What are your thoughts there, Grace?
So I've had people say, $200 to acquire a new patient? No, that's just too much. And I'm like, well, what are you paying these insurance companies for a patient? And then there's like a long pause.
Like,
well, they try to make the connection.
Yeah.
And I just wait.
Come on.
I think a lot of people think that they have to be in network. I think they think there's no other successful way, and that no one is successful if they're not in network. And it's because they have not explored what marketing can do for them, effective marketing and authentic marketing can do for them. And I wouldn't say just overnight, tomorrow, cancel all your plans.
Don't do that. Yeah.
Don't do that.
There's practice that do.
Yeah.
And it seems scary that you eventually get through it, but it is hard. That's the harder way to do it, in my opinion.
Yeah. But you'd want to talk to someone who can actually evaluate the gain and the loss and come up with a plan to get there. And usually it's not an overnight decision or process.
Absolutely.
So, it's marketing can be very fun because you can pinpoint what types of patients you want to see as well. So you can have bigger cases come in to offset the quantity approach. One of the biggest mistakes I see people making in marketing, doctors are really afraid to not be everything to everyone. Yes,
I've seen that quite a bit as well.
They're like, well, what if someone doesn't like it that we do X, Y, Z? And I'm like, Crickets. I'm like, that's okay.
It's okay.
You don't have to be everything to everyone. And you
Well,
wouldn't even like your life if you were trying to be everything. You'd have patients that you don't like, that you don't want to see.
yeah. And really the most successful companies, they find, what they're good at and they focus on that and then maybe add some more as they grow with that, more services or products or whatever. But yeah, I agree. I think too many practices think too broadly. And if, especially when it comes to marketing, in my opinion, should be really specific and targeted, right? When it comes to the service you're offering, and the demographic you're offering it to. So I think that is a fantastic tip for practices to think about marketing. Don't just like, for example, I saw a direct mail message come into my house the other day. It was a dentist. And of course I looked at it because I wanted to see what was going on. And it was extremely broad. And like, I didn't know, like, I really didn't
It
know,
was
like
like
there's no call to action.
free.
Yeah. Like free. I think it was like free, or like a $50 special or something like that. And I'm like, I feel like I don't need to go to that office. Like,
And
there's no
it
urgency,
just,
nothing.
it'll hit with someone
Yeah.
maybe, but it
Maybe.
hit
Yeah.
with you because
Yeah.
you are looking for a certain type of care. And
Yeah.
so you
And I'm
didn't
really
feel that.
picky.
Yeah. You didn't feel that connection from the mailer. And so that may work for some people.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know who they are. It's
Yeah.
funny. I go into these marketing planning sessions with people and I ask them about their unique selling proposition or the emotion that they want to evoke from their community. And they're like, never thought about it.
Yeah.
And we work through that conversation. And by the end of the conversation, they feel like they know who they are. Like they have found their own identity
Yeah.
and how they're going to be positioned.
Hence identity marketing. Boom.
It's the name. And then it all becomes easy because if you are that fun doctor who makes it fun and you're wanting to attract families, you don't necessarily have to have these super serious marketing campaigns. You should have a more fun approach.
Focus on humor, which that's what probably would get me. If it was like a funny ad, I'm like, oh, this guy seems awesome. Like that's how I connect with people, right? So I think, yeah, you're absolutely right. Like making sure, thinking about who you want to connect with and how those people connect, whether it's, through a direct mail piece or through social media or whatever marketing channel practice is using.
And most are not the fun doctor. And so don't try to be something that you're not.
Yeah, don't be. Yeah. If you're not
try.
a fun doctor, if you're like super serious that can't crack jokes, don't do jokes.
Someone somewhere is taking notes and they're like, learn to be funny.
Yeah.
And then market that.
Take humor classes. Yeah.
Yeah. So no, you want to be true to who you are in your marketing, and you want to really think about the quickest way to answer that question too is ask yourself, why do patients come to me and why do they refer their friends? So you'll hear that on calls. They'll say, well, I came to you because, and people are telling you this, I came to you because my friend said that you have the wand and you offer no pain anesthesia, right? And I'm afraid. And you hear that over and over, that may be your thing, that you actually have a skill there that other doctors don't have. And so you've got to listen to those comments.
Yeah, I think that's fantastic. Listening to the comments of what patients are already saying, that's a good indicator of what the majority of people like about you. So use that as your marketing message and use that to your advantage, right? Focus on your strengths is Absolutely. A good one. Okay. My next question is here. So this is probably a very common marketing question. Every practice has it. How do you determine your marketing budget as a practice?
Yes. Good question.
So for a practice,
I work backwards. I say, how many new patients are you seeing a month?
Okay.
What's your goal? Both in number of new patients and type of new patients. And then from there, it becomes just a math equation. So marketing to me is a combination of a creativity and math.
And science, math. Math is good too. I failed math in high school, but it's all right.
Well, this is really basic math.
Oh, good. Like add, subtract, subtraction type stuff.
Yes, maybe some simple multiplication.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, we're good then.
Everything you can pretty much do on a calculator, but you need to know your new patient acquisition cost for your area and for the marketing method. So if someone comes to me and says, well, I only want to grow my practice through mailers because that's what I'm comfortable with. And I want to see 20 more new patients a month. I'm going to say, well, the new patient acquisition cost in your area, and I'll give them an estimate, is probably going to be about $500 to acquire a new patient through mailers. Mm-hmm. And then they're going to go, never mind, what else do you have for me? You know,
that's expensive. Yeah.
So it's really about working with someone who's done this before and who has the experience in different markets to be able to consider level of competition, new patient acquisition cost, and your goals. And then from there you work backwards and you say, this is the strategy. So that's usually takes me about 40 minutes to have that conversation with someone, and no two conversations are exactly the same.
Yeah. And understand what they would need. I mean, there's a lot of like basic tips out there that they say you need X percentage of your gross revenue to spend on marketing. Like, do you find that to be accurate? Like, I don't know what the exact percentage.
I don't function like that. I don't fit anyone into a specific.
In a cookie cutter.
There's nothing cookie cutter except for the word cookie cutter that I use. So yeah, they've got to just be open about what they're trying to accomplish. And
yeah, well, I like that approach because everyone's going to have different goals. Not everyone wants to go down the street. Everybody has their goals and what they're comfortable with. So taking a non-cookie cutter approach is probably the best strategy for practices, because yeah, you get those generic statements like grow by, you got to allocate 5% of your revenue, your gross revenue to marketing. And I'm sure most of those, those tips are from big marketing agencies that just want more revenue from,
or they're from financial advisors or consultants who need benchmarks to be able to allow their clients to have some idea what other people are doing, because when you run your own business, you function in a bubble and you don't know what the norm is. And so marketing companies are going to tell you 10% is the norm, whereas your CPA may tell you 4 or 5%. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you just need to know what do you want? What do you want? And what can you expect for your investment? If a marketing company oversells, so they say you need to invest $4,000 a month or $3,000 a month, and this doctor is coming from a place where they've already been burned, like they've invested and didn't see anything out of it, then that marketing company is not going to be able to help that doctor, because that doctor doesn't need new patients first. First, they need to be able to trust you. And so
absolutely,
we take a lot of pride in being able to meet people where they're at and establish trust.
Yeah, no, I love that. I love that approach. All right, so let's move on to the next question I have here. So how can you evaluate when it's time to quit a marketing effort? I love this question. I don't think anybody's answered this question on the podcast of all of our, some of our marketing episodes that we've done. And this is even something I could learn from myself. What is a good time to quit a marketing channel?
So my advice for anyone that is listening or watching, first, set that expectation at the beginning, because it's going to be different for every method and it's going to be different for every person. So if someone is creating a marketing plan for you or trying to sell you a marketing service, they should be able to tell you what you can expect in terms of a return. So if someone tells you you can expect to see a return in 6 months and you've been with them 2 years and you're not seeing anything, then they've broken their own expectations. So a professional marketer should be able to look at, again, competition, budget, and look at the metrics of a campaign and be able to tell you if it's functioning or not. Now, another thing I advise, because this is a huge problem in dentistry, doctors are uncomfortable recording their team on the phone. Very uncomfortable with it. So and especially if it's your wife, you don't be like, hey, honey, I'm now recording your phone calls and I'm going to listen to them for quality assurance. But I've seen that be the reason why a really solid marketing campaign, a doctor comes to me and says, I don't want to do drill and fill. I want to get big cases. I want implants and cosmetics and maybe some Invisalign. Let's create a program around that.
Yeah.
But we've never done marketing before. So my person answering the phones is really, really great at converting when someone calls and says, my mom referred me to you and told me to call and make an
that's
appointment.
easy. Anybody can do that, right?
That's a layup.
Yeah, totally.
But when someone calls and says, I saw your ad about implant dentistry and I'm getting information for my father or my husband, what's this going to cost? Being able to convert that,
yeah,
totally different conversation.
Well, and if you think about marketing, like it's pretty straightforward to generate leads. Like it's pretty straightforward. Obviously they all have their dynamics and things like that, but really what boils down to it is you as a marketer, I'm a marketer as well. You can generate leads, but if your team is not trained to close those leads, then it's not the marketer's fault. It's the team's fault.
Well,
right?
It might be the marketer's fault and it might be the team's fault. So
I
think marketers love to say like, oh, my campaign could never fail.
You never fail.
So I've done
it could
this
be a combination of both.
Always your team. But sometimes the marketing doesn't build enough value or it's not personal enough or there's not enough budget. So they're calling, but they're not really sold. Or here's another instance where it's totally the marketing's fault and not the front desk's fault. You hire a company who has one set ad that they roll out for everybody. And it's like free dentistry, right? And you get some people to call in for free dentistry. But you're a high-end fee-for-service practice, and now they've got to convert that freebie person into a new patient.
Good point, yeah.
Happens all the time. Not the front desk person's fault. Totally the marketing person's fault. So.
True. So they're generating leads, but those leads aren't qualified for what the practice does, really. And
that's what you get with a cookie cutter marketing program.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to just keep saying it.
Yeah, you just keep saying, you're going to keep saying cookie cutter. Okay. So marketing budget, you got to work backwards. You can help a practice understand, what they need, their goals, and then understand how they can achieve those goals, basically is what you do and your approach. No cookie cutter crap from Grace.
No cookie cutter.
No cookie cutter. Yeah.
So when you're looking at when is something not working and I need to quit, I would, and I've never talked about this before in this way, but Jordan, have you ever had to let someone go as an employee?
Me have to fire somebody? Yeah. Oh yeah. It sucks.
It's horrible, but you have to do it.
Yeah. And then you're like, oh, I'm glad I did that. Right.
Yes.
Coming up to it, you're like, this is going to be the worst conversation ever. Right. And then you let them go and then everything's better. Right.
Except for those times when it's not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I won't go into detail, but
it's a different podcast.
Yes. Totally different podcast. It's like that with your marketing company. Like if you're at the point where you dread talking to them and you don't know what you're paying for, you can't get someone on the phone, you don't feel confident in what you're doing or who you're working with, you're probably delaying that conversation that needs to be had. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, that's a good point. So if you've got goals, if the marketing company gives you expectations and you don't have an ROI and you're paying them year over year, like that makes no sense. And it happens.
But you've got to ask them for the expectations. Some of them don't know to do that. We do.
Yeah.
But some people don't know to do that. So
yeah, that makes sense.
If you're investing in a billboard, your phones are not going to be ringing off the hook. I saw your billboard. I can't wait to come to you. That's not how billboards are branding initiatives. They're for brand recognition. It's the long game.
Totally. Yeah, totally.
So
okay. Very, very good point there. So next question, discuss a way dentists can utilize education in their marketing to allow patients to want to choose the care that the office provides.
So education is easy for doctors. Marketing, the word marketing, it makes them very uncomfortable. They're like, they're frowned upon. It's like frowned upon by their peers still.
It's like the sales and marketing in dentistry is definitely like it's like a dirty word. But
yes, especially for the non-millennial doctors.
yeah. No, I definitely.
The younger doctors are so excited to market that they want to do it all themselves.
Yeah. Okay. Because they're maybe they just bought a practice and they've got a lot of energy and they've got a lot of drive and they want to grow the practice.
And they've got great ideas and then none of them work.
And
older doctors don't.
They're like, hey, I was in that spot before. I don't want.
They're like, I don't want to be next to that guy on Google. That guy is not someone I respect, and he markets, so I don't want to do what he does.
Yeah, interesting mindset. That's really interesting.
It's a really painful conversation for me to have. But
yeah, I bet. So, I'm big in education, right? I do a lot in terms of Boom Cloud, and I know you do with identity. You educate a lot, and we have a office space in our building here that's dedicated to creating educational videos, right? And then I like writing articles for Dental Economics and Dentistry Today and all those, just educating, right? So let's talk about how, like, mention the question, like, why is education so important for a practice to use as a marketing tool?
You can utilize video, you can utilize social media, you can utilize written materials to educate your population. One of the things that I'm really heartbroken over is that I have 2 young kids, and through both pregnancies, never did my OB tell me that I needed to see a dentist. And periodontal disease, I didn't have periodontal disease, I don't think, but if I did, I'd have been 7 times more likely to have a miscarriage. 7 times.
Wow.
Oh, sorry, Melinda.
No worries.
You can edit this, right?
Are you finishing the meeting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Party, Melinda.
Hey, Jordan, how are you?
Doing good. How are you doing?
Good. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you as well.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I need to not.
SCN, Jordan?
What was that?
Are you going to be at SCN?
Yeah, I think I might make an appearance over there.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
I'll see you there. Grace, just call me when you're done.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No worries.
I need to stop being cheap and get multiple pages.
No, that made it fun.
Yeah. So, and everyone knows everyone. So we're like, hey, Melinda.
I know Melinda. She's awesome.
Yeah, she's great. So, when you utilize videos, written materials, anything to educate your community, you can make a real difference. So with those doctors that weren't mentioning that I needed to have an oral health exam or to have, to make sure I don't have periodontal disease, I was devastated. And when I share this with doctors, they get a little bit upset because they know that other medical professionals don't respect their expertise and don't endorse them the way that they should.
Yeah.
But it's up to you, the dentist, to educate your community. If every single doctor made it their mission to educate their community as much as they could, there would be no shortage of patients.
Yeah, absolutely.
So just a mindset.
So and using education, you get people to want to go get services or whatever from a practice, right? Whatever you're educating about, right?
And there's so much in dentistry that needs to be shared. People don't even, they're trying to do their own, like we talked about another time. They're trying to do their own, and it's not right. So
when a practice like does education, you say use video. They doing like a quick video and saying, "Hey, this is why you need your teeth whitening, or your teeth whitening." Oh my gosh, I can't say that word for some reason. Whitened. There we go. Or this is why you need X. This is why. And basically making getting a list of benefits or whatever, for the patient to understand, oh, that's why I need this service, right? That's something that can be done pretty easily, I would imagine. Very easily. Requires time, requires understanding, a little bit of knowledge, going outside of your comfort zone, or having someone help you. So we have several different programs where we can tell them what topics to talk on. We can get them really well marketing education program for a very low investment of time and money. It requires them to invest about an hour a quarter Yeah.
and they've got content forever.
Yeah. Oh, that's not
So,
bad.
yeah.
So what, if any of our listeners out there want to reach out to you and get marketing help, because most of our audience is looking for that, what's the best way for them to contact you?
I'm sorry, I have to say, they can page me.
That's a great way to contact Grace, everybody. Just page her, because we both had
We had
pagers
pagers in junior
Yeah.
high. Yeah, they could call me. They could text me. They could find me on social media. Grace Rizza, Rizza. My cell phone. Everyone thinks it's so funny. I give out my cell phone number, but
I'll give out my cell phone too.
it's 630-432-4519. And my email is grace@identitydental.com. And for anyone who's listening, if you just mention Boom Cloud, you can receive a complimentary hour consultation with me or my team for a marketing strategy session. So you'll walk away with a plan.
Nice. So do that. Reach out to Grace and her team and figure out how you can grow your practice and even reduce dependence on dental insurance through your marketing. So Grace, thank you so much for coming on our show today. It's always fun talking to you.
Thank you for having me.
You have a good one.
You too.